Okay, I was in a 2014 web series for PBS and Pemberly Digital, and in February of 2017, fans began tweeting that episodes were airing on television. Variety confirmed a licensing deal with Sinclair Broadcast Group. So this web series had become a television show, and no one told the actors or the writers. Because it transferred and aired internationally, my union rep told me that Primetime Network minimums applied. But already the formula fell apart because the primetime rate covers the first airing of the episode. Because this content already aired on YouTube, it was considered a second use or rerun. But wait, there's more. Because the formula was never intended to be used this way, one episode is actually multiple web series stitched together. So instead, the rate is now prorated against the number of minutes I appear. Now, it's a matter of public record when this claim began, and I'm opening a check today, so that tells you how long this problem has gone on. So, even though we know the official calculation and ruling from Sag-AFTRA's residual department, Sag-AFTRA's legal department, without consulting the actors, made a settlement deal with producers. This is not a provision of the collective bargaining agreement. This was not voted or ratified on by members. An individual in an office randomly invented a number for the value of my work, retroactively. And that number is $90. When I asked for a formula of how this number was calculated, I was told I would not be provided one and that the claim was closed. They did mention that this was non-citable and non-precedential, but that feels a bit disingenuous because for 5 years, this producer's behavior has been normalized as they've continued to work under SAG-AFTRA agreements and given interviews and keynote speeches about their success working in this medium. I was in 13 episodes of the web series. Re-edited for worldwide television, I appear in 6. With some quick math, that's about $16,000 had this been under the television contract and about $6,000 in reuse. By comparison, $90 is the minimum I would have made in late fees. If we use me as an average, there were 6 actors in my show, so that means the total payout for the entire series syndication, residuals, and penalties for violating contracts for 5 years is about $600 total. Now, not only is this an incredible difference in earnings, but the union quantifies my healthcare and my pension based on these earnings. So we're really talking about a completely different livelihood, depending on how these contracts are calculated and enforced. And ultimately, it doesn't really matter what I think or feel about this specific case. We know unpaid and underpaid residuals are a massive problem. We know that new media has become the primary and dominant form of content and distribution. And we also know that if we continue to enforce or not enforce our contracts this way, we won't have a union for very much longer. In solidarity, Brendan.